Not quite sure this music suits the. I had to go some copyright-free music for this evening. It sounds a bit weird, but yeah. Okay, there's me. Quite sure this oh now I can hear myself. Oh, this is the copyright. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, let's have a little look at what's going on the charts. This music's way too chilled. Yeah, I'm gonna make this quiet. That's really distracting. Okay. So the music that's on in the background is basically a bunch of instrumentals from this there's this like hip hop group that I work with sometimes, and I just chose a bunch of their like chilled instrumentals just to put on in the background. So this is all stuff that I have worked on. So I know it's like copyright free, and even if it gets caught, I own the copyright to it anyway. Like, it's not my music, but I yeah, did a lot of the engineering on it. But this is like almost like too chilled. There's some better tracks within this playlist anyway. I should do like some smooth accent. Yeah. So Bitcoin. I'm not going to do too much on Bitcoin today. Like, we all know what the targets are down here. Like, if we do get these, then that's really cool. So this, obviously, we've got our 0.5 and our daily level, which would just come back nicely into some of these single prints. And then if it does want to come down as low as the 618 golden pocket kind of area, then yeah, then that's cool as well. But yeah, I'm still in the short from up here. I took profit on it earlier today, and I've compounded my long here anyway, just because I do think like this is too easy. I just don't see it happening, not yet anyway. So I think if we do start to, like, this is just a bit of a range forming now, so we could see a move back up to the range again. Yeah, sounds like 70s form music. Yeah, it's much better with like actual vocals on it in the background, this one. But hey, it's just some background music. I could put on some proper music, but I'll just get copyrighted. Yeah, it's a bit rubbish. Maybe I'll just stop the music altogether. Yeah, so Bitcoin, I think this could start to form a range here. It's taken these lows. It's had like a nice little swing fader of the lows there. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, this music's not at all like the kind of thing I want to be listening to. Yeah. I need to find like some good stream music. There's streaming. What is it? There's some like stream stuff that I can use, or I might just go. There's no point. There's no point in me doing music on this. I'll either get copyrighted or it's just absolute crap that I don't want to listen to. So yeah, I won't bother. All right. what do we have going on? VWAP. I haven't been looking at the chart so much the past couple of days because it's just, yeah, it's just doing this. So we do have this weekly VWAP that will be a resistance if we do come back up here. So we could be looking at kind of a consolidation around the lows here. Yeah, not fussed about it. Bitcoin, let's have a look at Ethereum. Okay. Does anyone have anything they want me to go over? Yeah, I'm just happy to look at some altcoins tonight and yeah, go over some little bits. Ethereum's still looking nice. It's been just a really weird, like, steady move up. There's nothing really to say. Like, as long as it's holding this trend line, and at the moment, as long as it's holding moving averages, there's no reason to think that anything's going to change here. So if you got the EMAs on the 4 hour, yeah, holding the 10, holding the 21 on the 4 hour is just a healthy uptrend. On ETH BTC, ETH USD. So we might start to see a touch of the 21. We might come back down into our highs. Yeah, it's hard to read at the moment, the price action on Ethereum. Litecoin looking good as well. You know what? These EMAs are working quite nicely on this 4 hour. For uptrends, they're looking kind of decent. Ignore the whole Crown Crypto thing. I know he's another YouTuber, but I just use it because you can get a bunch of EMAs and SMAs out of it. And when we've got trending moves like this, I just kind of like to see just kind of how the momentum's going on things. They're nice to have on the chart because I'm not really scalping and stuff at the moment. Yeah, SwissBorg. What's SwissBorg? Let's have a look at the Bitcoin pair and then let's have a look at the USD pair. Oh, this looks nice. So yeah, we knew the support that we wanted to be buying on SwissBorg, and it came right into that. So it came right into this 618 and like more or less the weekly level here. You had this daily range from the daily order block that was put in around here. So all of this would have been nice support. Take that down to the weekly, take that down to here. So that gives us a nice range of support down here, which is good. We have come back above its previous high. So if you take from a daily close, we've got this and it's holding really nicely above that. And when I went into it on the 4 hour, that looks really nice as well. Yeah, SwissBorg looks really good. So it's got this like larger structure going on, which clearly that trade's gone. And we're looking back towards the highs here, but more locally, it's doing this kind of same kind of thing on a lower time frame, and it just has the reversal, makes support again, so a reaccumulation within this area. And yeah, there seems to be like a little bit of a sell wall here, so there is supply up here. Like this very much looks like this is being just held back a little bit. But yeah, SwissBorg looks nice. I'm not sure if I'd want to enter now. Like I do, when you see something like this, when I do normally see these kind of structures, you would expect this to break higher, even if it might be a bit choppy, because it is quite choppy, all of this. But yeah, I'd be expecting this to break higher. You've got the EMAs helping it out. Yeah, nothing going on too much. It looks healthy, it looks good. I'll look at the EMAs actually, because this is bull market. We're allowed to look at the moving averages. They do work. Yeah, I like the look of this. So yeah, obviously SwissBorg will be back to targets at, let's see what horizontals we've got here. Yeah, we do have these. So we could mark this as a weekly, which is where it has come into. So we have had that move up into that area. But that was a while ago. So we have the weekly there. We have the daily at the top. So where are we looking? All the way up here. Fibs. Yeah, and we're in this area of resistance at the moment. Cool. So this is consolidation. It looks a lot like Bitcoin actually. So what's Bitcoin doing? It's consolidating underneath its weekly, daily, all of that kind of area of resistance after a nice move up, and it's just having this consolidation here. So I think with a lot of these alts, like if Bitcoin did move down a bit more aggressively, then I think it would take a lot of the alts with it. But if it doesn't, then, and even if it just stays sideways, if it continues in a range, then yeah, then SwissBorg looks really good. I think maybe an entry if it claims this weekly. I don't know if this is a really important weekly because it's got such a lot of wick space above it. I'm not sure how confident I'd feel taking a trade off of a reclaim of that. Yeah, maybe not a setup I'd get into now, but if you are in SwissBorg, then it looks nice. You got this fib, these fibs helping it out. That's kind of steep. It's not really anything you could do from a pitchfork here or anything like that. Yeah, just a range. Just a range. Okay. Let's go on to Bondly. Anyway, yeah, just quickly, SwissBorg. It's at resistance now. This is the support that it has to hold, and we're looking up here, I'd say. There's not really any harmonics in play or anything here either. No. Bondly. Let's just see which one's got better. Wow. Okay. Let's try the Uniswap one. Yeah, let's use the Uniswap chart. That's a bit better. Okay. So this has Like, again, I'm not going to say kind of daily levels and things, but we've got a range here, haven't we? So let's just go, this has like the makings of a range. It's very illiquid. I don't know if this is the best chart to be looking at. I'll go back to this if anything's better. That's certainly not better. I think this is probably the best chart there is to look at. So at the moment it's just being rejected off the bottom of the channel, like the range that it was in. It was forming this consolidation. So yeah, maybe not so much a range. Like there is defined lows there, but it was also doing this, and then that has resolved down. So yeah, it's got like I think market structure is really what you've got to be looking at. Like if you're trading this, I don't know anything about the project, so I can't tell you anything about whether it's a good project, but if it were to change market structure, then I guess it could be traded. I don't know really, unless you're on Bittrex or or you're willing to pay crazy gas fees. I don't know how you'd trade this one anyway. Like I guess we could take a look at the fundamentals of projects and stuff. Is it a good project? I don't even know. Who knows? Not a lot I can say for this. Yeah, you got the 0.5. Oops, wrong way. Targets above. If it were to break out of here. Has it done anything previously that's anything even remotely technical? No. Yeah, I can't really draw much on this one. Yeah, let's have a look at BZRX. Let's go through some of these that I did on the video. So I'll start with BZRX because that one is very nice. Whoa! Okay, yeah, that's broken out. There we go. One day after I posted the video. Clearly there is an area of supply up here. We do have this weekly level, but like that's pretty nice. You could extend that up here. So we'd say if it gets a daily close around where it is now, then yeah, you've got this weekly resistance above it. What I'd be looking for is really something like this. So I don't think it's too late to get in on BZRX. I'd wait to see where this daily closes and what happens in the next few days. Like it might just take off. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but you would expect something like this to just kind of do something like that before it does move higher. So see how it looks, see how it holds. If it can hold, so we're on the daily, aren't we? Yeah, if we can hold this daily. Now, if we can get a close above and then hold this daily, then that gives it's quite a tight range. But it's what it's been doing is just coming up, stepping up onto what was previous resistance becomes support. Again, previous resistance becomes support. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. So I don't think it's just going to go flying now. Like that is a really nice move up. But ultimately I'm looking up like up here. So that is if we're thinking this has the potential to do 500%, then yeah, a bit of accumulation is nice. Cool. Let's have a look at just how the others that I mentioned. It's struggling a bit here, isn't it? It's having a good go on this daily and this kind of resistance that's coming down. Yeah, Acropolis, steady. What else did I have on my video yesterday? So again, if anyone hasn't watched my altcoin video, please give it a watch, give it a like, and give this stream a like, and do all of those lovely things. RSR still steady. I'll look at the other ones in a bit. What can help you determine if a consolidation is accumulation or distribution? Just market structure, really. It's or market structure and sentiment. Like, I don't see in crypto, you don't see that often consolidation being distribution on like a macro time scale. Like, you obviously you do see it, and we did have, you could say this is a form of distribution that we've had on Bitcoin, but overall, like, the macro stuff is until you get a blow off top on anything, then it's people just, crypto's like a bull market until it has that blow off top. I see quite often, and it's the same with alts. Is I can't remember any instance of an alt that's just like done something like this and it has an uptrend, and then it does something like this and it does distribution, and then it starts to fall back down. I don't think I've ever seen really anything like that. Maybe a Mise Go in like the last bull run just did a really curvy thing like that, but usually it's like poof, and then it does a good thing down here and does that. And you never really know whether it's accumulation or consolidation, or distribution on like a Wyckoff kind of thing until a breakdown occurs. So until there is a change in market structure, and our significant low on Bitcoin is like, yeah, I know we're all looking at this, but that's not the significant low this is. So really, realistically, until like this level is broken, then yeah, there's not yeah yeah, I think it's just everything's still very bullish for now. I don't know if I answered that very clearly. We're going to be doing a bit more content on Wyckoff and Elliott Wave theory within the community. So there's a couple of people within the group that are really, really good with all of that kind of stuff. Like, I do like Wyckoff, like reaccumulation and distribution schematics, and they're really interesting to look at, but at the moment I'm just trading the price action. But yeah, we'll be going into more detail on those kind of things in some videos, and maybe some kind of PDF format cheat sheet kind of things that people can use and people can have a look at. We're preparing those things. The Soy, good evening, Jaffa. The Soy, good evening, Luke. How are you this evening? I am very well, thank you. I am doing good. Would be nice if we could have a quick look on Matic because I was unsure about my 1-to-1 1.618 on my chart if I pulled the right spot. Have you posted a chart for this on Matic? Let's just pull this up. Ah, right. Oh gosh, yeah, sorry. This is a few days old. Okay. Let's have a look here. So it's hard to tell where that low is, but if that's, I'm assuming you found this is kind of the low of the overall, well, like the previous consolidation area. It was in like the accumulation that it was in, and this would be a significant low on that. And then you bring it up to your high, and then you bring it down to this low. That looks good to me. I'll have a look on the chart in a minute. But yeah, definitely if that's a significant low down there, it's really hard to see on this chart, then that would be correct. You're right in that. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at that. Matic. Right. Oh yeah, so that'll be this one down here. So this is the one that I drew the like the fib time. Speed fan, that's the one. Speed fan. So USD chart will be, I guess, yeah, okay, so this is the one you're doing on the US dollar chart. And I think you're probably taking 2021, end of 2021. Yeah, that's probably this low you've got then, which is reasonable. Or you could take it from this, which is kind of the start of the impulse up. Let's do this on log quickly because I can see it better on log. And for the 1-to-1 that I would draw, I'd say, yeah, there's not really a lot. It's not really a so much of a trend. So you can use it, but I think this is just going to give you targets that are just way too crazy. So you could go, okay. So that gave us this 1-to-1 and the 1.618. You did have reactions here. So the 618 did have a bit of stuff going on, and again the 1-to-1 is an area, like it's a massive area, but it's really hard to know whether this, like, how valid it is, just because it's such a massive move. You could try it from here. Mm. 1.618. Yeah, I don't know how much I'd use this. just because I've not seen too much going on from this. I think that's just too much of a big distance between the two. So yeah, you're right to draw it from there. It is valid, but because the chart looks like this, I just don't know how useful that is. It might be more useful on a Bitcoin pair, but again, yeah, again, I just don't know where. So this is something that you often find as well. So sometimes it's easier, and like this is on the Bitcoin pair, and this is something that Bitcoin's doing at the moment, is when you get 3x of your previous all-time high, that becomes a consolidation. So we've got this 3x of the previous all-time high on Matic BTC. So that might be more significant if you're taking expansions rather than like a one-to-one kind of thing. You could draw your one-to-ones here as well. Whoa, where's this going to go? On that one. Or your... Yeah, the Bitcoin pair might be a bit easier to do this charting off of. Yeah. Well, I'm going to explain this as well, because this is quite interesting. So this like 3 times... Oh, no mic. This like 3 times previous all-time high consolidation thing is quite interesting. So what we have on Bitcoin, let's find an empty chart. That'll do. So oh, it's not shown on here. Oh yeah, this was down to 0, isn't it? You got to take it to 0 because we're actually looking at, I don't know. It's something that I knew happened on the last bull run, and so you had the 3x of your all-time high, which gave the first correction, and this happened on the previous cycle as well. So then we take this, and you take the 0 down to 0. And then you have your 3. Oh, is it not working? I'm sure this worked. Maybe it was this one. I can't remember. It's something something I saw ages ago. Never mind. Ignore me. Alright. Let's go have a look at some other things. I like the shark. Nice. Okay. It's very quiet in here tonight. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. I'm used to doing this when there's some price action going on. Yeah. Got some local resistance here. So you got that wick down, you got this. See how it gets on there. Back into this little range. Where's the point of control for all this? Cool. Should all still be in the same place. Yep. Value area low. Okay. We don't want that chart. Don't want to look at that. John Paul, the volatility is gone. It feels so boring to watch it. Yeah, the volatility isn't there at the moment, which is fine. Like, it's given alts a nice chance. And yeah, it just seems to be, even like for scalps and things on the way down, they've been quite difficult. This is kind of the first trade, like taking these lows. And this was coming down into our value area low of this day, which was an area that I was looking at. So this was like the first target that I'd really been looking for since we had the bounce, like the first downside target. Obviously, we do have things lower down. You've got the single prints that lines up with the fibs. You've got the golden pocket here, which lines up with the old range point of control. And then you've got 50k, so there are downside targets. But since we had, like, unless you got that scalp off of the daily that you've now been able to take down to these levels, then this is really the first trade that, or the first like really high quality trade that's been given. Do you think BTC would drop to EMA 100 today? That's why the recovery is slowing down. Where are the EMAs? Let's add the whole lot. Yeah, there's definitely pressure, isn't there, from above here. If I go again just onto a clean chart, and we're just going to look at this just for moving averages, there's definitely pressure here. And then that 21 is providing pressure down. A close below the 10, and again you're looking. Yeah, I do think that we could start to see this move down. But I don't know if it's going to come yet. Instead of the moving averages, which I don't ever trade off the moving averages. I tend to look at just the price action. Oh god, moving averages are just so messy. Yeah, they're not going to give me anything really. If we do come down into the, so let's say 50,500, or even down to our daily here at 51,300, then the moving averages that we have here, and the 100 is one to look at. So maybe once that 100 day goes above 50k and starts to come into these areas of support, we could see it maybe next week. When's Monday? Monday's normally a good time to buy. Or over the weekend, low liquidity. yeah, we'd have the moving averages in a decent enough place by then. I think what we'll probably end up seeing is just everything moving a bit closer together, getting this support here. If we do come down further, then you've got the 200-day, which is in a bull market, it's just a really good buy. So that makes a bit of sense there. Yeah, I think just a bit more range bound is nice. Hello G's, harmonic patterns like Gartley patterns, cipher patterns, yes. Oh, luxuries in the chat. I would say, do you want to join in on the call, luxury? But I probably will wrap this up fairly soon. If anyone wants luxury to join the call, or if you do want to join the call, then smash up the likes or whatever, or mention in the chat. Yeah, Bruno, I do use harmonics. At the moment, there's obviously we did have the cipher, and then Chris, was it in the chat? Yeah, Chris within the group, he was spotted the shark here, which is nice. Yeah, I only really look to the harmonics when they become really obvious. And there's nothing local going on here. We did have the shark, like everything that's there at the moment. I guess you could say we could take something from the low, and then we could come up here. We could come down to our 618 area. I was gonna say, I didn't even ask Luxury if he wanted to join the call, join the stream, but yeah, we won't do that tonight. I won't get him out of his. You could be looking at like, I don't know. Until we get there. There's not a lot. That's come pretty high. Go away. Yeah. Hey Luke, how would you hedge on a big dump? I would. Thing is, I don't like. I hedge when we're up here and I'm still hedged. So you hedge when it's at the high and you start to take profits. And taking profits is how I hedge. So if you take profits as you're moving up, then you're naturally hedged if things do come down. Yeah, that's how I hedge, and I will short as well if I need to. So I am in a short, so I am hedged at the moment. So how I hedge against a dump is I'll be taking profits at the highs, or trying to get into shorts at the highs just in case. And when we come down and do stuff like this, I'll be taking shorts at resistance, and then I'm hedged. Although I'm in a long from down here, I'm in a short from up here, and I'm holding them both. So that is kind of covers that. ETH pullback over the next few days. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get a pullback. Yeah, like I still think 0.056 is the target. I don't see anything else here. Like, is there anything? So we do have, let's just see what could stop it. So that could be a problem. That's it. Weekly. So we've got this weekly order block and this monthly level. So yeah. Fibs, anything on the fibs? Oh, this chart, I need to clean this up. We do not need to be looking at this. We do not need to be looking at this. We do not need to be looking at this. Don't need to be looking at this. Don't need to look at that. Don't need to look at that. Don't need to look at that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I don't think Ethereum pulls back until it comes up at least to 0.054, but ideally to 0.0568. That's the target for me, and there's no reason to believe that this will pull back. Like, it's just really just steady move up at the moment, and it's only just starting to kind of move away from the trend line and from the moving averages. So yeah, this could be going into like the parabolic kind of phase, just like a small one. So we could end up seeing something like that, and it chops and then it moves higher and then it starts to consolidate down again. Yeah, I think Ethereum still looks really good. Do we have anything here? So through the 1618. Yeah, we're through that. We're on to the 2. Yep. We have, if we go low, high, low, yeah, we're through the major resistance on the chart now. So that was our 618 1618 expansion and our fib extension, the 618 fib extension. So we prices through there. So unless we lose it again at this point, then you'd be maybe looking down just to here and just to keep market structure along this trend line going. But yeah, it's through the fib. Oh, yeah, it's through fib. Resistance, immediate resistance. And yeah, still same targets. It's in an ascending wedge, ETH BTC. I don't see a wedge. And even if it is a wedge, it's a bull market. We could probably connect these highs. So this isn't so important. It's still these levels. We could probably connect these highs and just see if that's giving us anything. No, we're through that as well. Yeah, ETH is through a lot of the major resistance on the chart now. There's definitely no wedge. Like this is never a wedge. There's just not enough. That's way too much space. You can't call that a wedge. You just don't have enough touch points on the top. So I don't know if that's what you're looking at on this. If you were to take it down here, then This would have been a wedge, because you did have multiple touch points and you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives you a pattern, and again it's through that. So yeah, I'm not seeing a wedge. I am not seeing any resistance really in this area. Like 0.5 would have been a psychological. The 1618 would have been a resistance. The 618 fib extension could have been a resistance. Connecting these highs on the daily could have been resistance. There's nothing historical that could be resistance, so it's through all of those. There's nothing historical here apart from this area. So I don't see anything other than whoa. Reset chart, reset chart. Like, you'd have to be looking way back at all of this. Nah, it's nothing. Yeah, I think if Ethereum changed market structure here and had a major pullback, it wouldn't be from anything technical that I can see. Yeah, there's just nothing. There's just nothing here. Fibs, yeah, let's take fibs from the highs. So let's go. Let's try first of all fibs from here. So that's probably through the 0.5. Yeah, we're through the 0.5. Log. We're through the golden pocket on log. Yep. From here, we're okay. This is more like it. And then from up here, no, nothing. So if we take this high to this low, then we are at the 3.3 right now. So this is kind of the reverse golden pocket. So this adds a bit of confluence to this as a big area, but I'd be very surprised if it fails at like the very first minor tiny hurdle here before getting to actual horizontal resistance. So that just gives confluence to the monthly, as that we have our 382. We have a 382 fib on the monthly there. Okay, let's have a look at. Let's just see if there's anything else. Yeah, of course it's going to give us that. Let's just see. Oh. That's the thing, it's just clean air. There's nothing around here. Yeah, high volume nodes up here. Yeah, I don't see anything stopping it yet. Not until we hit this area of resistance above us. So that remains the target. So no, I do not think Ethereum is going to retrace like over the next, unless obviously we hit these areas, then I do think it will retrace. I think it will do something like this, but not ready, not there just yet. Also, that should bring us up to $3,000. Yeah, actually, what is the? I'm just thinking to myself on stream today. So between let's say a 4% to 10% move up from where we are now is realistic. So a 4% move, yeah, 10% move from here takes us to 3,000. I think that's where we're headed. I'd be really quite surprised if we didn't get up there. Maybe like it might run short. It might come to like 2,950 or something. You could do. I'm going to stick with ETH for a minute, because if there is a reason why this might pull back earlier, then I do want to find it. So we've got our 1-to-1 here. Nothing significant there. So everything is pointing towards this moving higher currently. Wrong one. Yeah, everything's pointing higher. That is the 2. I don't think that's significant enough. 1618. Connect these highs. Through all that. Yeah. Yeah, ETH looks alright. Chugging along. Litecoin looks really good. So again with Litecoin, I've got my target up here. So what are we looking at on Litecoin? 10% again on Litecoin, same as Ethereum. Back to like 280. Let's get rid of that. Nothing there. Got a weekly level here. So about 10%. Close enough. Yeah, 280 for Litecoin. That's the thing, like I'm in longs on all of these from down here, and I've had my first take profit, and I'm just just waiting for them to reach their targets now. Could please request you to check TLM 5-minute chart pattern. I was thinking it was a bearish flag, but it broke out of it. Good. I thought you may have some explanations. Yeah. Let me just quickly. I was expecting a volume breakout since it's past these points. I think everyone's just really underexposed on ETH. And I think that's just really what's clear in the market now, is that the market's way too like underexposed. And this is what happened with BNB, is that people slept on BNB for way too long, and it just, yeah, like when that happens and people are underexposed, like people are buying in at FOMO, and it's a long way off. Like there could be a long way for this to go. Like I'm looking at this doing something like BNB did, potentially. So yeah, people are way underexposed, and that is all that's happening now, is that this is just spot demand pushing price up, and there is no resistance on the chart. There is no reason to sell here, like at all. So it's spot demand is just pushing price up. So I probably missed this thing on the TLM chart because this was a 5-minute thing. I'm not trading alts on the 5-minute, but I'll have a look at it. TLM, USD, Bitcoin. Let's go Bitcoin. I was thinking it was bearish flag, but it broke out of it good. Yeah, no, this is not bearish at all. Like this, actually, this was really nice. Like I can see how a lot of people may have thought it was bearish, like you coming down. And this is the thing, like we're in a bull market. That doesn't really happen. Like it did it here, and then it reverses. So look at previous history. It's had the same pattern just a few days ago, or even, no, it's done the same pattern already today. So if it's done this pattern already today, it's done this earlier. Yeah. If it's done it once, here you go. Lots of people thinking it's a bear flag and it would break down. It didn't. It broke up. Comes back down. Lots of people thinking it's a bear flag. It didn't. It broke up. Yeah, repeating patterns. We do have this. This is 5-minute stuff, so and then although people thinking these are bear flags on 5-minute chart, just looking too low time frame on something that's not that liquid, like this is a bull flag. Yeah, I'm much more yeah, I'd be much more bullish on this than bearish at the moment. So on USDT, okay, I think it would probably be the same thing on US dollar, because Bitcoin's not done anything. USDT, I'd imagine this was the same thing. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Yeah. So earlier on it did this, moved down, consolidation, and then now it's moved down, consolidation. Both times they've moved up afterwards. And for me, yeah, this would have been, so this is the mindset that you need to be as a trader. Look at the high time frame first, and that gives you your bias. Okay, maybe there's not enough history here, but look at the 4-hour. It's clearly in an uptrend. Yeah. So take longs, and don't allow yourself to get shaken out. Or buy spot and don't allow yourself to get shaken out. So what you need to be doing if you're trading the low time frames is that, I would guess if people are longing here, they've probably put their stop loss here, and that's going to get hunted. Especially if it does something like this and it comes into an area of resistance. So this came into the golden pocket here, which you would expect. Sorry, magnet off. Came into resistance, it dropped back down, and then that's an opportunity to take the stops for anyone who was expecting this to come and make highs, because you normally get a bit more of a consolidation, which this is having, which is nice. So this looks really good, looks really bullish still, but I think a lot of people have probably allowed themselves to get stopped out of this, like unnecessarily. That as a breakout is really nice, but once again, not so much on this occasion. You would say if this was an ABC correction, then you just go 1, 2, up to 618, down here, and then you've kind of, that's your correction done at that point, and you can be looking for upside targets on that. So yeah, look at the higher time frames first, and then let that form a bias for the lower time frames if you do want to trade it. Then wait for these things to happen. Like, this is when I buy my alts. So if I see that I think stops are going to be here and I see a move down, then I'll be like, okay, great, I'm looking for longs here. And especially if I see that consolidation, and people getting bearish and shaken out of positions because they might have been buying up here. Yeah, that's where I'd be buying. And this is where I'd be selling. Yeah, it looks a lot like, yeah, just a lot like what it's done previously. Repeating patterns. Nice double bottom, like LTC USD. GBP USD daily time frame, break of a pennant and break of resistance to the upside. 1 hour time frame, break of bullish flag. Analyze, please. I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look. It's a bit different. I mean, what were you saying? Break of a pennant and break of resistance to the upside. 1 hour time frame, break of bullish flag. 1 hour time frame. Okay. Let's just look at the trend. The trend is up. That's cool. Yeah, you're above this previous resistance. Yeah. So you'd say this is reclaimed this, and now it's found value back above this area. You could maybe even pull that down to here, and you could say this is a new range forming here. Flag. I don't really know how Forex moves. I don't. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with the order flow on there to know what kind of works and what doesn't. But yeah, to be honest, like, yeah, there's nothing here. Yeah, if you're just thinking like as a reclaim of resistance, then this looks good on the pound. I can't really say a lot more to that. I don't trade Forex. It's a deep pullback, return to previous swing high. How effective are the harmonic patterns, and never trade those. I do trade them when I see ones that are like shouting out to me. So I like to see ones that have really nice symmetry on them, and I can normally just spot. If I can spot a chart that looks like it's doing a harmonic, then I'll draw it. And it's one of those things that now and again my eyes just get drawn to them, and then at other times they don't. Now is the time that I'm just not seeing them everywhere. Yeah. Acro I really like. So Prince Rupert, what are your thoughts on Acro? I see them in your list there. Been thinking about picking some up. Yeah, I really like Acro, Acropolis as a long-term, just really nice project. An entry for a trade is a bit difficult at the moment. I don't. Like, it depends what your. As an entry for a trade, if you wanted to take a trade, this is tricky. But I do feel that up is more likely than down at this point. We got a really nice entry off of this weekly level. And I don't see why that would need to come back down again after it's done this already. And now we're having another consolidation here, so I would say the next move looks likely that it would be up again on here. Yeah, I really like it. And if you're just like spot position, if you're looking for like a position trade or just like an investment, then here is a good area to be doing that. US dollar pairs at resistance. So we do have this. So there is this weekly resistance here. And I guess what you don't want to see this doing now is falling back down again. Because then we start to be doing like this kind of nonsense, which we don't want to be seeing. Yeah, so I'd say the Bitcoin pair looks good, but it's quite a long way off of its entry. I'd say the US dollar pair needs to reclaim this weekly level, so 0.53 dollars. No, 0.053, 5.3 cent. Yeah. So if we can reclaim that, then we're looking good for a little bit higher. But as a position trade, yeah, I'm happy to accumulate this. Most of my alts look like they're trying to form and invest head and shoulders on the 4-12 hour. Yeah, that's how a lot of them look. So that's how. Oh god, I always get too tired when I do these streams. This is one that I really like at the moment. So this is just really obvious. You don't get much more obvious than that. So bow looks nice. Band is doing that inverse head and shoulders kind of thing. There. Yeah, so there's one. I'm just going to go through the ones that are on my watch list. Bell is doing a massive inverse head and shoulders. Am I in a position on this? I cannot remember. I might have been waiting for lower and I might have missed this. But it's at daily resistance, so fair enough. So yeah, this has like a same thing. Inverse head and shoulders. And now it's got another one here. BZRX is doing it as well. BNB, what's BNB doing? Oh, still going. Still going. Never got my entry on Blue Zell. Me. Again, big old head and shoulders. Coty is a really nice one. But it's at resistance. CRV is another one that's got the big old head and shoulders going on. Or it did. No, not so much anymore. It's out of that. Dodo. Dodo looks good. Doge. Oh, nice. So it hit the 1-to-1. And now it's been rejected off the 618. How is this so technical? Like, it's so perfectly technical from like a really low time frame. It's been really nice. I took a short off of the 1-to-1. I managed to get a really good entry. Ah, wow. Somehow Doge is really technical. I have no idea how it's doing it. Oh, DOT's moving. So that's a breakout on DOT. We were looking for a... So it actually is this monthly significant? Yeah, it's just reclaimed the monthly open. Nice. DOT's doing it. 4 hour. Scrap that one. Let's go that one. 70. So that will be our daily. So we've got a daily within the golden pocket here on DOT. So there is our target. If you are in a DOT long, and if we go higher, then great. But yeah, that's doing the inverse head and shoulders thing that you were just talking about. VWAP fib. So yeah, back into this just nice range. So I'll be looking at the highs of like the inner portion of this range here. Oh, I'm happy about that. I added to my DOT position earlier today. I think. I hope. Did I? I hope I added to it and didn't take profit on it. DOT. Yeah, I added to it. Good. Good. Good, 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 good. I am happy. Yeah, cool. Keep you on him. EGLD looks semi-decent. EOS looks good. Completely wiped out everyone. And now we're probably coming back up here. That's not a liquidity anymore. That will be... Okay, that's that high. So that doesn't need a label anymore because we're through it already. But it is an area to be aware of. He's still going. File still looks really good somehow. FLM. FTM. Yep. GRT. The ultimate just wreck everyone coin. GRT gets so much FOMO. But it trades really just awfully. GRT is such an awful coin to trade. It just like goes up in a straight line and then just for ages. Goes up in a straight line and then for ages. It doesn't really respect anything technical. Like it had this trend line for ages, and just I can't be bothered with that. I've been waiting for it to come down to this anchored VWAP. It's like, nah, I'm just going to bounce here. Not even like anywhere. Didn't even come down into the, well, it probably hit the point of control of this area. It's just a really bad coin to trade. I wasn't even with the point of control. Yeah, GRT is just silly token. Actually, yeah, the US dollar one's a bit better, actually. Yeah, we've got a rejection here. Okay, maybe there is a trade to be had here. Maybe. Yeah. I've never actually, never bothered trading this. It just, I don't like the way it moves. Not my kind of movement, something. Carver, I like this a lot. I'm probably okay if we're doing that. That's why trend lines. Trend lines, I can move them to make them fit my narrative. Carver, I like. This is much nicer to trade than GRT that I was on a minute ago. Did you see action on Quick? Mental Moon mission from $180 to 1,100. What? What do you think of the technicals, Solana? Will it consolidate or move up? Okay, I'm just going to quickly scan through. I'm going to get to Solana before I get to Quick, just because I'm just scanning through these alts. I'll just take a couple more minutes. KNC, nothing. KSM, nothing. Nothing. Lena. Resistance. Link looks really nice. Link looks really nice. So yeah, watch out for Link. Shit, I was gonna do a Link video. I'm doing a video on Link, and I'm doing a video on Litecoin, and I want to do other videos. I really hope this doesn't move overnight, because my whole video was based on this still consolidating. So please don't buy Link yet. I had a whole video on this, and it's not allowed to break $40. Okay, so do not let Link break $40, because I want to make a video on it tomorrow. So yeah, there we go. Maybe I would record my video now, but it's midnight, so I need to make a video on Link tomorrow, because it's a really interesting one. What a weird chart, but nice. LRC, Litecoin's nice. Keep yawning. I need to go to bed in a minute. Let's get through these quickly. Mana, no, nope. Matic, crazy. Still moving. I sold my Matic yesterday. Idiot. Wow. I was trading this back then. That can go. That can go. Okay. Nope. 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 Ocean. Ocean's annoyed me. This was looking really nice, and then craps itself. OMG looks good. Ontology looks alright, I guess. Qtum looks alright. It's the old shit. Reef. Oh no, no one said Reef. I actually, so a few weeks ago I was like giving Reef a load of shit on stream, saying I just do not see how it can hold this weekly level. I just saw no way that, like, after it hitting it so many times and this resistance coming down, I honestly thought it was coming down here. But it's through there, and I took a long on Reef yesterday. So I've got a long position on Reef after giving it so much shit for the last few weeks. At least I haven't paid funding on this, but like, yeah, if you're taking a long off this weekly, then fair play. It seems to be all right. Now that we're through this, I'm kind of happy. I'm going to take a long on it. Don't know why. But yeah. Ren looks really good. Oh, it's on my watch list, so yeah, it should do. RSR, yeah, we know what's going on there. Rune, no. Raven. Oh, what a trade that would have been. Damn it. So. Someone was asking for Sol, weren't they? Will it further consolidate or move up? I just don't TA like things that are this high. If I'm holding a bag on it, then I'll probably just have like a bit left just to see where it goes. But I'd never trade anything that's this high up. So if I, like, that's the thing, every time I scan through all my alts, I look for something to trade or something to buy a position in. If it looks like this, I just skip through it immediately. But I just don't have the time for it. But like, yeah, you could actually, you've got a really, really low risk trade here at the moment. If that's the thing, you've got to have a bias here. Yeah, you're getting at least like a 2.5 R out of this. On the BTC pair. Took the lows. Let's come back down. 4 hour. Okay, you got nice hidden bullish divergence plus bullish divergence at these lows. Yeah, like Sol looks like it could have another leg up here. And on the US dollar chart, as long as you're not, that's the thing, like I wouldn't want to long this and place a stop here, but I think I'd have to. I guess maybe you could place a stop at like below $40. That's a bit safer if we're thinking like psychological level. Yeah, I don't know how I can TA this though. Got the 1.618 coming up. Okay. So we do have on log. Did we come into the 2.618? Almost. So you got the 2.618 linear. Oh, you've also got this massive like 0.001 level. So that's the resistance at the moment, isn't it? It's that 0.001 BTC level. Psychological, that's your resistance right now. Technical resistance, you've got another one like 5% higher. That's about all I can draw on that. Yo, Skepo. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream in a minute. But I just wanted to look at quick as well. BTC, huh? Oh, quick swap. This one? Shit. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's mad. I've never heard of this. I don't know what it is. Imagine buying that and getting that entry. And just being like, yeah, we've got order blocks here. We've got, oh man, you had a daily order block and you had the golden pocket right here. And you had this previous high, like, of its first day of trading. Like, wow. Yes, 0x. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a really good one. So this is a big monthly level on 0x. So yeah, we have this monthly. These are really old levels on my chart. That was before we came up here. So we can use this. We can use that, and we can lose. I don't know what these are. They can go away. Yeah, the RX is one that I really like the look of. Just because it's, I've always quite liked 0x, and I do have a spot position in it. Yeah, I think it's just still accumulating. But we could get moves up. I think this monthly is at the moment the key resistance. So if it can get back above this monthly, then we'd be looking up here at 5,200 sats on the US dollar chart. Then yeah, whatever Bitcoin chart does. Yeah, so I do like the look of this. Apparently XRP is looking good as well. How is it all the way down here? It's mad. Like XRP is going to end up at like $20 or something stupid. And I don't have any of it. Like because we know it's going to come up here. Yeah. Okay, maybe not $20. Yeah. Quick swap is the Uniswap for Matic. All right, nice. I don't know anything about Matic, like blockchain or anything like that. I need to go to sleep. Vet's holding nicely, and this is really important for it. So it has to hold above here, I think. And this is just the wick. But that's really important for Vet to hold here. Uniswap was a nice position, so that was a nice trade, but we've just taken the highs here. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. That was a nice little scan through some alts. Just looking at some stuff. I think I'll do this again when I'm not so tired. Again, anyone, make sure you are around tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening we have a special guest on the stream, and it will be a lot of fun. So yeah, make sure you're here for that. SXP looks really good. Lots of stuff looks really good. Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, night everyone, and I will see